Okay. All right, sweetheart. So, very nice review. Next week, should we hear the whole thing? Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Right. How's your vibrato practice going?
Okay.
Remind me which exercises you're doing, please.
Doing this one.
Okay, can you go back a bit so I can see your arm? Remember, freezing spray on your wrist. Shh, don't let it wiggle about. Keep it really, really stable. Okay, well done. Can you just show me some polishing like this? No sound. That's it. And then do a tornado for me, getting gradually smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and then stick your 3 on. That's exactly what we want. That's brilliant. Can you feel it's different from before? Yeah, and then you just do it for like a couple of seconds max and then stop. Stop. So let's try 10 of those without the bow. Without the bow. So you've done 1. And brilliant. 2. Stop. 3. Can you just turn your scroll towards the window a little bit more? That's it. Lovely. Make sure your head is nice and heavy. And stay. Great. 4. You know, it would be even better if you could pull your sleeve down for me, please. That's 5. Wonderful. That freezing spray is very effective. Oh, tornado. Good. 5. 6. This is brilliant, April. 7. Very good. It's perfect. 9. Yeah, that's great. 10. Wonderful. Stop. So don't worry about the violin moving around, because obviously when you're doing vibrato, you're not doing this. So like, you know, it's a stage everyone goes through where the violin moves a bit. And if you want to keep doing it without the bow, you can sort of stabilize it here a bit. But it's too much to try and worry about that at the same time as get the right movement. So don't worry about it. Very good. Right. Should we try some with some bow? So try and do 3 bows, and the third bow, the down bow, the second down bow, yeah, bow number 3 is the one where you stop your finger and you keep going. So watch me. Up bow's getting smaller. And then the last one, sorry, you can't really see my wrist, is the one where you're on the spot. Just turn towards me a bit more. Take a step back. Perfect. Okay, down bow. Go. Okay, so stop at the. So then you only want 1 more down bow. So the whole thing looks like this. And you stop, because you can have too much of a good thing. But see if you can keep the arm movement exactly the same as what we were doing without the bow when you're using the bow. That looks good. Okay. Ah, yes, that's it. At the end, that was right. So it's like, if you can imagine you had a plaster cast on your hand, on your wrist, and then a piece of cotton, and someone's just pulling the cotton, and you're going, no, I want to come back. It's like a little bit of a sort of, not exactly a tug of war, but, you know, it's just pulling in and out, not wiggling about in the finger. Okay. April, can you do one without the bow? See, that's absolutely perfect. Put your bow down. Just drop it on the floor. And can you do air bow while you're doing silent tornado? Okay, are you going to start on an up bow or a down bow? Good, and getting smaller. Okay, so it's the involvement at the moment. It's the involvement of the right arm that's making it go wiggly.
Okay.
So I think if you haven't done very much on it this week, just do silent tornadoes this week.
Okay.
Don't do it with the bow, because when you do it silently, you're doing it perfectly. And as soon as the bow comes along, it's mucking it all up. So you don't want to practice the wrong thing. Just take another week with just silent tornadoes. Yeah? Great. How about have we done this one? Okay, so can you try some of those for me? You're really trying to keep your wrists stable. Remember the freezing spray. Spray some on. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Freezing spray. You haven't heard. You don't know what she's talking about.
It's just a silly idea that you might have something that would freeze you solid, and then you can't wiggle your wrist around. It's not an actual thing.
She's so literal. I love you. That's why I love you, because you've always been like that.
Okay, ready?
Walk in the footsteps. Do you remember that one?
Okay, I know.
It's an expression.
I was 3.
Okay.
Okay, April, which part of your hand do you have to focus on? Okay, Ed, just leave us to it for a minute.
Okay.
I don't mean don't film, I just mean don't talk to her, please. Which part of your hand do you need to focus on, sweetie? That's many different bits. Okay, what's this bit going to do?
It's gonna stay.
It's going to what?
Stay still.
Yeah, it's not going to do anything, yeah? This bit is going to do nothing. Your 3 is just going to sit on the string, but the bit I want you to think about is the base of your first finger. Do you remember that? Polishing the base of the neck. So if you're thinking about this, then you do this weird stuff. If you're thinking about this, then you do this weird stuff. If you're thinking about here, the base of the first finger knuckle, then you just go forwards and backwards and everything else just behaves. Okay? Yes. And now add some bow. Think about the base of the first finger. Do you want Mum to try and help you?
No, I'm not helping.
Okay.
Okay, I'm afraid I do need you to help her because I can't help her because I'm in a different house. So if you put the phone down. So what I want you to do is hold this part of her hand and just pull it slightly back and let it release back to where it is at the moment. So towards you. That's it. And then release. That's it. And just make sure that the base of the first finger is literally moving up and down the neck.
Base of the. Okay.
Here.
Like that. That finger's going to rape.
Exactly.
Yeah, going to rub against that. Remember we were doing those in the same.
That is wonderful.
Don't move that finger too much. That needs to stay there.
Don't think about your third finger. Just think about the base of your first finger.
Here, exactly.
That's it.
Athlete's foot.
No, we used to rub it on anything I saw.
I've got no idea what's going on over there.
Talking about athlete's foot.
Okay, lovely.
That is not going like that. That stays as it is, and it's in here.
Yes.
No, don't move that. Do you understand or not?
Yeah, I know, but then you're saying.
But look at mine. Look here. You go. You're rubbing here. Yeah, down there. So you're trying to reach this bit. Do you remember we did it wrong over the holidays where we were trying to reach the pegs?
But you're going towards the pegs. You just don't want to go quite that far.
You to move it towards the pegs, but not jiggling your third finger.
Okay. Can you do me some polishing, April? Polish is that, but smaller. Too fast. Polish slowly. Polish. Just do me 10 polishes or something. You've got to get the muscles used to doing the right thing. That's it. Excellent. And then cut. Yeah. That's better.
Let's do polishing again this week, Kate. I think we just need to go back a bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
We've been sort of doing other bits and we haven't
Okay.
been doing it really.
I mean, the other thing that we can try, if you want to, on vibrato, is just to take a break from pieces
I can't speak to him now. I'll call him. I just tell him I've got a violin lesson. I think we need to do. I mean, maybe we'll do more over half term, but everyone's quite tired. So
Yeah.
I think we just need to focus and do a few things well.
That's what I'm saying, that we can either like just do some polishing and some tornadoes on vibrato and not worry about next steps, just keep it at that level.
We had got beyond it, but I think we haven't.
Exactly.
Let's do the tornadoes and the polishing.
Yeah, and then maybe like if we get to a certain stage where we want to, for example, when we finish the current piece, if you want to just do vibrato, April, I'm talking to you as well, darling. If you want to just do vibrato in between those two pieces and not worry about Bach Bourrée, then you can just do a few weeks of, it's as if it's your working piece. And
well, you might have to do that.
And just do review, sight reading and vibrato instead of review, sight reading, vibrato and working piece. Well, it's up to you two together to help me work out what's going to work for you. But what I really don't want is for you to get overwhelmed, April, and then just do bits and pieces of everything not very well. What I really want, especially vibrato, because it's such a bugger to get right if you've learnt it wrong.
Yeah.
Really, it's not fun to unpick that stuff.
On my shoulder. You haven't learnt it wrong, but we need to we're not learning it wrong. So you know how this week we said we're going to do less of the working piece and more try and do, you did quite a few reviews. Yeah. I think like over half term we can take on a bit more, but I just think everyone's kind of reaching, you know what it's like.
Okay, great. I think it's a bit like this, darling. I'm just drawing you a very beautiful picture. So it's like can you see this?
No. Come in a bit closer.
So this says vibrato exercises.
Yeah.
And this is a road, right? And so you've been doing all these exercises and that's great. And then you've got a fork in the road and one is really great vibrato and one is poor vibrato. And if you go down this road, the longer up it you go, the further you have to come back before you can go up the great vibrato road. Whereas here, which is where you are at the moment, nothing's fixed yet. Because you're not using it in your pieces and it's still exercises. So that's a really good place to stay if you're not feeling like you've got the energy to make sure that you're going to go the right direction. Because if you don't have the energy to do it right, then you end up falling down the kind of mountain of the wrong side and then you have to really climb back up and it's very hard work and distressing. Does that make sense to you, April? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay, sweetie, so let's do your working piece, shall we? Mr. Bach. Stop 1 second, April. It's really beautiful. Well done. Can you just tip the computer down a bit more and tell me, are you reading from the music? Lovely. Are you reading from the music at the moment? So let's put the music away because I know that you know it because you got the first half credit last week, didn't you?
Yeah.
No, the second half. Da, 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 da. Up bow on A4. That's it. Check it with open E. repeat, up bow. Hang on, let's have the repeat, please. Yes? Well done. Let's try the repeat, sweetheart. Well done. You're doing really well. Ed, just don't help her so that I can see what she's doing without your help, and then we'll sort it out after, please. Huh?
What did you just say?
I just said don't help her if she makes a mistake. I just want to see what she's got off by heart and what she hasn't. And then we'll do it afterwards. Really good, April. Yay! Well done. So you're doing loads of things really brilliantly. The intonation is generally fantastic. And I just wanted to see what happened with your bowing. That's why I said that thing, Ed. So you're doing really well. The thing that you've got to remember about your bowing is here is down, down, up. So you had one of the hooks and then not the other. Do you want to go from... Can you look at your music? Can you go from bar 6 halfway through? Yes?
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought you were saying on first page.
Sorry, darling?
I thought you were saying on first page.
4, 5, 6. No.
Oh!
You did it right before. Keep going. That's brilliant. Excellent. Really, really well done. Very good. Now, let's do a little quiz. Can you tell me which of these is right? Or... First of all, did you hear a difference?
Yeah, was it? Is it that bit?
Yes. Which do you think is right, a G sharp or a D natural?
The second one.
Yeah. Do you know which one that was? Nearly. G minor is a key. What we're after is G natural.
G natural.
Yeah. So my turn, your turn. Just get your bow hold, sweetie. Bring your little finger nearer to the 3. That's lovely. Now make sure 2 and 3 are still best friends, even though you're not playing the 2. So your 3 wants to be best friends with 4, but it's not allowed. Okay, can you play me? Good. Nearly. Which fingers are hugging on the string?
2 and 3.
Great. One more time. Excellent. Were 2 and 3 still hugging when you were playing this part? Yeah. So when we play this, my 2 and 3 are still hugging, even though there's no 2 in that section. Because then you can get it really nicely in ringing sound, the G. Can you hear that your 3 wants to be best friends with 4? Keep your 2 on, sweetie. Okay, my turn. Stop, put your 3 on, put your 4 on. Can you copy that? Stop, put your 3 next to 2, hugging 2, hugging, and then 4 on. And now, yeah, did you hear that beautiful ringing G? Okay, you've got to keep your 2 on, darling. That's the key. Great, much better. And then when your 2 is on, you've got to make sure your 3 is kissing it or hugging it or touching it or whatever you want to think of it doing, yeah? 3 and 2 best friends. We're in red finger pattern. Much better, well done. Can you stick that in a box, please? How many times do you think you should do that bit?
5, 10, 8, 9 times.
8, I think, would be good. Yeah, very nice. Well done. So the 2 things to remember in your first half, you're doing the box in 12 really, really well. That's brilliant. What you need to remember is that thing that we were just working on, and then down, down, up, up. No, so 2 hooks. Down, down, up, down. No. Okay, 2 downs, then 2 ups. April, 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 can you do me 2 downs? Yeah, 2 ups. Good, stick it together. Fantastic. Can I have 4 more of those, please? That was 1. 2, wonderful. Oh. Brilliant, well done. Tell Mum what the 2 things in that half are that you need to work on. You all right, love? Hey, exciting. What are the 2 things Mum has to write down about that half, April?
I'm supposed to do like this. So which bit again?
Well, can you point to the... Have you written the boxes in?
No, I'm just about
No,
to.
so can... April, do you know which bits Mum needs to put in boxes for you? Or you could put them in for yourself? Where was the first bit we worked on?
So the 2 and the 3 need to be best friends, yeah?
Exactly. So write the 2 underneath with a line so that you see that means keep the 2 on.
So the F.
The F sharp, yeah. From the 3rd note of that second bar on the page.
Yeah.
Until the end of the bar, it should stay on.
Okay. Yeah, and then what was the other thing you were just doing?
the hooked bows in 10 and 11.
Yeah.
She's always done the down, down hooked, but then it's the up, up to remember that there are 2 hooks in a row.
So D, 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 D.
Exactly, yeah.
D, D,
There are actually 3 hooks in a row there, April, if you want to have a look, because you've got a hook at the beginning of the bar. That's also a hook, a sort of gentle hook. So if you can put both of those in boxes, the first one 8 times and the second one 5 times, that would be wonderful. And the second box is just from the D, halfway through bar 10 to the sforzando D in 12. Yeah. Brilliant. And then the next bit, which is really tricky, you've done so brilliantly. It's really wonderful. So well done you. Brilliant. So keep trying to push that through, right, best friends with the 4, because there it's allowed to be friends with the 4. At the beginning it's not.
Okay.
Fantastic. Okay, have you been doing this? Did you get to doing it as a whole box, or are you still in preparatory stages?
A, B, C. We're playing it. Yeah. Oops.
Brilliant, well done. Your E's a tiny bit flat. Can you just play A and E together?
No, A.
No, just open strings, darling. A and E.
No?
It'll do. Yeah, it's kind of in between those 2, but that's fine. No, down a bit.
That's it. No, still a bit flat.
I can't, because... There we go. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so have we done this? Why have you just put it back up again, Ed?
I did, and it sounded flat.
Okay, can you play your A and E for me, April?
Huh?
Can you play your A and E?
At the end, H open.
Okay.
Is it still flat, do you think?
No, it's fine.
It doesn't sound right. You're right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, have you done it like this? Or not yet?
Yes, no, you have done it.
Oh, well, it was very good what you just did. Well done. So the first short bow is a 3, and the second short up bow is a 1. So excellent. And then you need the C sharp again. Sorry, this violin is horrible. No, C sharp.
Okay.
Wonderful, April. Well done. So when you're going to play a double stop, it's really useful when you're practicing, not in the actual piece, just to kind of give the string a bit of a jiggle and see if you've really got both strings. Because if you try and jiggle and you realise you've only got one, then you'll get that. Can you just put your bow on and see if you can jiggle both strings? And then you're ready to go. Just raise your 2 a bit more, darling. April, move your 2 higher. Very good. Can you try one more time for me? Brilliant. Well done. So as you practice that as a box, what you're going to try and do is get your bow to change from 1 string to 2 strings exactly at the time when you want it to. Yeah? Does that make sense? Very, very good. Well done. Okay, so the next bit, I'm aware we've done 50 minutes. Do you want... How are you feeling about the next bit? Do you want me to talk you through the rest of it and give Lola a slightly shorter lesson? Or do you want to stop there and just have a go?
What? You can do that. Put some salt on. Okay, all right. Get coffee. Lola can have a shorter lesson. Yeah, she's got to prepare for a test for tomorrow, and she's just done a test today, so she's
Okay.
so she went. So
Testing
let's
season, isn't it? Tilly's full of tests at the moment too.
just one thing after another.
Yeah. So the thing about the next few bars is the ties you probably will be able to work out, no worries. But what we need to make sure...
I need you to do that for me. Just
Yeah.
give it for me once, the ties.
Yeah, but before I do that, just cross out the trill, please.
Okay.
So we're going to learn it without the trill, and then we're going to put the trill in later. So without the trill, ready?
Yeah.
It goes like this. So if you were to read it in blue jello, without the ties, it would go blue, 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 right? And then the next step towards learning the ties is you say tie instead of the second blue. So blue, blue, tie, blue, tie, blue, tie, blue. And then the last step, which gives you how it's actually supposed to go, is don't say the tie, just extend the blue from before. Blue, 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 blue. Yeah, so the tie just literally links them together so that they sound like a minim, but it's across the beat, so it's not written as a minim. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Great, and then the rest of it is all stuff that you've learned already. So there's nothing else that's tricky in that bit.
Okay.
Cool. April, should we have a bow? Well done, darling. Very good. Now, I think I have to move room, so can I see you in 5 minutes?
Yes, that's fine. Lola's
Shall we use Skype?
whatever you want.
I think Skype is better because there's just a delay in the microphone picking up on Zoom.
Okay.
Okay, I'll ring you in 5.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye, darling.